I can see this is the first round matchups. We have Oscar and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Amber Moon, Toni Storm and Io Shirai versus Alexa Bliss and Selena Vega, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Lita and Mickie James. So tonight all tag team matches will be elimination rules, and this is obviously for the first ever Battle Angels Tag Team Championship. So let's get straight into this first round matchup of Kairi Sane versus Amber Moon. No, we just have to wait as the arena is getting ready for this first match. So who is everybody's favourites here? I do like the chances of Oscar and Kairi Sane. They are a formidable tag team. I also like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair for this one. Obviously the Promise Pro Wrestling Women's Champion Toni Storm is in this tournament as well, tagging with Io Shirai. And here we go. Here's our first match of the evening. The Carbonova tied that end into a headlock by Oscar on Bianca Belair. She's going to send her off the ropes now. Off she goes. And a beautiful hip toss there by Bianca Belair, starting this match off quite slow, and a kick straight there to the midsection. A pick up there, Bianca Belair. It looks like she's going for a suplex. Beautiful delay in that suplex. Look at her holding up there, showing off her strength there, pressing her up. He's going to fire her down. Felt like a very a la British Bulldog style suplex there, and a leg sweep there by Oscar. And a full-on shimmer and a big slap and another slap and a spinning backhand punch. And a spinning backhand second one missed. Oscar now sends Bianca into the corner. And now grabbing her by the back of the neck and send her into the corner here. We see our first tag move of the evening. Yep. Here comes Kairi Sane. Send Bianca into the ropes, and there's that double back elbow. Kairi Sane pointing that elbow. She just had that beautiful, insane elbow drop. She also got a pretty nice moonsault as well. Bianca Belair now sends Kairi Sane over the top rope and will tag in Amber Moon, also known as Athena in All Elite Wrestling. And a big scoop. And a beautiful fall-away slam by Amber Moon. And there's a kick to the chest of Kairi Sane. And a big clubbing blow there. Kairi Sane sends her over the top rope, but holds on to the apron. And brings her in almost with a snapmare over the top rope. And it's a thunderous chop. Reversal, Amber Moon sends her into the corner. Hit to the midsection, double underhook, a beautiful suplex there. And into the neck vice, just twisting away at the chin and neck. Kairi Sane's down. Obviously this is elimination rules. That's a stiff kick to the back. A European uppercut, a beautiful European uppercut, I do say so myself. And there's a beautiful release German suplex. And into the corner. There's the shoulder tackle. And that dropkick missed, unfortunately. Into the corner. You see like an alley-oop here. And so, no, yes, that's the alley-oop push my side out with. Like a power bomb there, but no. Looks a bit more to the ring. Now working on the arm and the shoulder. They're pulling a little bit on the wrist. Isn't really an arm bar. Oscar now standing over Amber Moon, in control of this match. Now working on the legs. You see a surfboard here. She's just going to jump down onto the quadricep muscles and the knees of Athena, and into the ankle lock. Now hook down on it. That puts more pressure on it. It's more of a knee bar and a heel hook. Amber Moon breaks out of that and fires back with some stiff kicks. Although she's feeling in her quads. And a beautiful suplex there. Almost a version of a Doomsday Saito. More of a high angle back. There's a back suplex. Now going over the arm. Oscar will be looking for the Oscar lock. Oscar sends Moon into the corner, and there's a double knee to the back. And a stomp down onto the knee. And she's going to jump down on the back of the legs and the knees. Maybe he's trying to stop Amber Moon going into the Eclipse, but that's almost a version of an SDF there. An SDF with a mixture of a camel clutch. Moon just catches that elbow and manages to break that off. It's a kick to the midsection and sends Oscar into the corner. But Oscar reverses it. Chucks Amber Moon to the side. We see like a meteorite. No, it's a, you call that a basement drop kick. It's from a seated position. Amber Moon manages to fire back, catches Oscar with those double knees. Maybe she looked to make the tag here, but no, goes in for the cover. One, just a one count there, nowhere near enough damage done to Oscar. And there into the chin lock. Inching away. And a stomp to the midsection. Here's those double knees into the corner again. Knee to the midsection. See a flip there, beautiful into a hurricanrana there by Amber Moon. As she tags in Bianca Belair. Picks Oscar up. Well, a beautiful pendulum backbreaker there. Oscar quite wisely rolls outside. But it's caught coming back in. A scoop. And it's over. I wouldn't say it's a version of a stun gun. It's almost like a snake eyes over the top rope. Bianca picks up Oscar and sends her hard into the corner. Goes actually going for a close line to the back, but Oscar boxes it and catches a beautiful drop kick. But Bianca Belair with a nipple and straight back up, and an STO there. Beautiful STO by Bianca Belair. We don't see that a lot here in Performance Pro Wrestling. It's a fantastic move, the STO. Kick to the midsection. Got her up. But fires her over. I thought that was going to be into a powerbomb position. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Kairi Sane there just waits the 2 count. Maybe she was hoping Ross was going to kick out anyway. And a beautiful twisting hurricanrana. Amber Moon and Bianca Belair's in position. Oh, that's big head first. And Oscar's in trouble. When I say elimination of one of the favourites in this tournament, into the cover, 1, 2, and Oscar kicks out at 2. I apologise for not knowing the name of Bianca Belair's finisher. I do apologise for that. And a little leg lariat there. Oscar, as Bianca Belair gets back to her feet, now working on the back of the hang strings and the legs there, and a big knee to the midsection there by Oscar. Oscar now Then back to her feet. Could we see the Oscar lock here? Bianca Belair's rolling around. Yes, into the Oscar lock. She's got that hooks in. Got that waist lock on as well. Bianca Belair is in trouble. She may not get the tap here, but will she wear her down enough to get a pinfall? Amber Moon didn't think anything about coming in there. She seems to be a bit out of it on the corner. Quite smart there by Asuka making the tag to Kairi Sane. Kairi now dragging Bianca Belair out a little bit into the ring and goes for the cover. Maybe too much time in between. And a kick out of 2 again. Amber Moon this time didn't go to break up that pinfall. She has a lot of more belief in her tag team partner. It's going to take a lot more to put her away. And there's the snake eyes into the corner. Oh, I was going to say a kryptonite crunch there, but no. Into over the knee. Very painful move. As Bianca Belair is over the top rope and the count will start here. And a drop kick to the back. Big four missing a drop kick there by Kairi Sane. Referee's up to 3. Obviously a count out here will mean both competitors are eliminated. Oh, and Balor slam. Bianca hit hard on the outside. Kairi may want to look in, so goes for that Polish hammer. Double axe handle. Kairi makes it in for 7. And a kick to the back. Again, into those heads is going to drive those elbows. Obviously, no 12 and 6 elbows here. In Promise Pro Wrestling, there's no rule against it. Kairi Sane now to the top rope. We see a moonsault. That maybe that insane elbow. It's going to be the insane elbow. But Bianca moves out of the way. And there's that shoulder tackle into the corner. Yeah, loop, and again. Kairi Sane hits hard. Double hook into a chicken wing. Oh, double chicken wing down. Face first goes Kairi Sane. A bit deadlift. A beautiful deadlift. What power here by Bianca Belair. Big Kairi Sane open. Fires her down. Ultimate Warrior style. Big Kairi Sane back to her feet. And sends her into the corner. Flagdog going for a move there, but Kairi Sane boxed up and catches Bianca Belair with the spear. Kairi Sane just dragging Bianca Belair more over to her corner. What's the sign up there? What are we going to see? Nothing. Bianca just reverses her into the corner. A little bit of stopping the action here while Bianca Belair figures out what to do. Just standing over Kairi Sane here. Now she finally decides what she's going to do. And fire her into her corner. Shoulder into the stomach. And here's the tag move. Just holds her into the corner. Now Maroon catches her with a kick to the midsection. Hit hard. Handspring clothesline. And down goes Kairi Sane. Now Maroon standing in the corner there. When she was telling Kairi Sane to get to her feet. May have been seeing the chance of seeing the eclipse there. Got her fired over and a big slam down. What makes the tag to Asuka? I've been a mistake by Amber with a drop kick there by Asuka. And a leg lariat. And a second drop kick. Amber Moon makes the tag to Bianca Belair, who may not be on full energy, but catches her a big shoulder tackle and a big clothesline. And another shoulder tackle. She's waiting in the corner. Rosca to get to her feet. There's a running spear. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Oscar's been eliminated here. Kick to the mixed action. There by Kairi Sane. Bianca runs out. Just runs over Kairi Sane there. And the favourites for this are in trouble. Chucked her up, it's going to fire face first down. Was it going to try like a wheelbarrow suplex there? But no. Fires her straight back down and drops the elbow onto the leg. Taken away. Maybe the moonsault or the insane elbow. Kairi needs to strike here quite quickly. Working on the arm. And twist it round. Goes into the cover. And a 2 count there. Not enough to put away Bianca Belair. That kick to the back. Again, it's not going to put Bianca away, but it's got to be a setup. Something. Into the corner. Because Belair. And it's going to show that here comes that marching pirate. Sliding forearm. And down goes Bianca Belair. Up straight back to her feet. Hulking up here. What beautiful forearms there. Like Kairi Sane, but Bianca Belair takes off that and a beautiful reverse DDT. Now looking for that spear again. There's the spear. This time doesn't roll straight into the cover, just takes down. Kairi Sane, we see that 450 splash. We do, beautiful 450 splash. We don't see that anymore from Bianca Belair. Into cover. 1, 2, 3, and here's your winners in fencing. To the semi-finals, Bianca Belair and Amber Moon. That's a shock really, as the favourites, the Kabuki Warriors, are out in the first round. You can see the highlights here, but again it was not enough. It's this same elbow. I think if this hit it might have been a different story. Bianca moved out the way. There's a handspin clothesline into the corner. And again, here's your winners advancing to the semi-finals. Amber Moon and Bianca Belair. So we move on to our second quarter-final match. You can see it's Toni Storm and Io Shirai versus Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega. Again, this match we do have the Promise Pro Wrestling Women's Champion Toni Storm in it. So a pinfall here by Zelina Vega and or Alexa Bliss may put them in line for a title shot at some time in the future. Obviously the winners of this match will take on the winners of the last match, Bianca Belair and Amber Moon. Got to think the favourites in this one are Io Shirai and Toni Storm. Shirai will be looking for that picture perfect moonsault, and Toni Storm will be looking for the Tiger Driver. Alexa Bliss, I think, will be looking obviously for Twisted Bliss. Not using Sister Abigail here in Promise Pro Wrestling. Zelina Vega will be looking for maybe that top rope hurricanrana. I think she's got a pretty mean tornado DDT as well. Here we go, Toni Storm and Alexa Bliss. Start off this second match. And a big running kick there straight away by Toni Storm. She's got Alexa Bliss down, a big forearm and stiff kick. The Promise Pro Wrestling Women's Champion is just going to stiffen up Alexa Bliss with some kicks and strikes early. into the corner. That's that big running drop kick. We're going to see a second one here. And down goes Alexa Bliss. Very quick start there, straight into cattle mutilation. We could have an early fall here. Tony Storm's got that cattle mutilation on. Alexa Bliss, but no. Bliss rolls over and catches her with that elbow. Into the corner. It's Tony Storm. Bliss now. Have no doubt she's going to ram her head into that top turnbuckle. Yeah, she does. And tags in Selena Vega onto the top rope, a double axe angle, more onto the wrist, and a beautiful Russian leg sweep by Selena Vega. And stomp down on the elbow. Pick up there by Vega. Coming out without beautiful snapmare and a big fist drop there. Bit faster motion than the $1 Million Man fist drop you see. There's just a jab and a punch. In the Vega now. There's a corner and a big sort of more of a Steiner line there by Selena Vega. Looks like she was going for a knee, but no, just stomps down on the face of Tony Storm. But Storm blocks out and catches Vega with a European uppercut up over the shoulders. And there was a stun gun. Those who do not know, that was Stone Cold Steve Austin, or Stunning Steve Austin's finisher in his WCW days. His beautiful surfboard hold there, now just wrenching it back, a la the Ultimo Dragon. That surfboard is a very devastating move, especially if you add the sort of the Dragon Sleeper element into it. Fires over a beautiful, quick release German suplex, no bridge or impact. And Storm out needs to drag Vega over a little bit. Not seen Io Shirai in this match yet. Selena Vega catches the kick before Storm could have a bit more momentum. That's a big forearm. Storm sends Vega into the corner, and there's that drop kick. We'll see that a second one now. Tony Storm just pure momentum and violence. When she turns it on, there's no one better here in Promise Pro Wrestling. And then finally we see Io Shirai. We see here a nice atomic drop there with an Akusa kick. Here comes Alexa Bliss. That sort of lawn dart move. And a drop kick. Goes for lariat and misses. It sends Kairi Sane into the corner. Bliss is going to fire her into her own corner now. And catches her with that jumping forearm. Picks up Io Shirai. And twist. Again, almost a version of the STO. Or a neck grab. Or a leg sweep. Into that double knee. Into that beautiful standing double knee. And the moonsault double knees. Alexa Bliss now. Wing. Here's that kick. There's that beautiful DDT. Quickly into the cover. Io Shirai's in trouble. That kicks out of two. Not enough to put Shirai away. Alexa Bliss is feeling pretty good about herself here. Looks like she has control over Io Shirai. But misses into the corner and hits her ribcage hard. Shirai now just moving her over to the corner of a beautiful snappy, a takedown maybe into a rest holder. You know, goes for a punch, but Alexa Bliss blocks that one. There's that shoulder tackle. But tags in Tony Storm, who catches Alexa Bliss with a high kick a la Mirko Cro Cop to the back of the head. What a beautiful arm drag. Floats over into the cover. No hook of the leg here. Just a one count. And Tony Storm fires it straight off, but is down. And tags in Zelina Vega. And picks up Tony Storm. Catches with that forearm. And a beautiful release German suplex. Storm hit hard there. Into the STF. Beautiful STF here. Move made famous by Masahiro Chono of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But rolls over. I thought she was going to roll over into a small package there, but no. Just fires her off. Looks like she's going for Yakuza kick, but moved out of the way. Into the corner. And Tony Storm's been eliminated. The Promise Pro Wrestling Women's Champion has been eliminated by a John Cena FU. Just a fancy Fireman's Carry takeover. Draws over into the shoulder and drags that shoulder down. Now a pick up there by Io Shirai. Again, sort of a stunner into the knee. So far in the first two matches, the underdogs are doing a lot better than the favourites. And there's a knee lift. As Zelina Vega, she tags in Alexa Bliss. Bliss just goes to the cover, hooks the leg there. With the knee over the throat and chest there. You have Io Shirai, which is very smart. Into the ropes. Beautiful hip toss there by Bliss. Bliss again might be looking for that impactful DDT. Scoops her up. Over on the shoulder. Again, drops her down. Neck first. Audible stomps there by Bliss. Again, into that cover. That knee over the throat. One. And a kick out there by Shirai. Shirai needs to put a little bit more effort here. She catch it. Bliss catches her with a Hurricane Rana. Bliss and Vega in complete control of this match, which is surprising. It's a jawbreaker by Io Shirai. But Bliss now stops the momentum straight away into the corner and catches her with that running forearm. And a big knee lift there by Io Shirai. And a kick to the midsection. Now working over the elbow. Handspring is a beautiful moonsault there. Waves right into the cover. Just a one count. Nowhere near, but enough to put Bliss away. Kick to the back will help. Shirai sends her into the corner. Handspring, elbow, a la Great Muda. She heads to the top rope, talking to Great Muda. Will we see that moonsault? Picture perfect moonsault into the cover. And Bliss kicks out. She kicks out the moonsault. Io Shirai must have thought that was it. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup between her and Zelina Vega. But Bliss kicks out. And a big clothesline. There's a second clothesline. And a leg lariat. She stops Bliss as she was going to try and make her way over to the tag. I'm scared to see that kryptonite crunch. Into the cover. Referee out position. 1, 2, and 2. If the referee was in position, Bliss was out of this one. And he's right now, just rocks in that headlock. Holds on tight. Bliss gonna fire all this with elbows to the midsection. And sends her into the corner. And a big forearm shimmer. And into the waist lock there. Bliss needs to maybe make the tag here, but she's circling the body. She could be looking for that twisted bliss. Now we did it, twisted bliss. She's gonna drag Io Shirai into center ring. I think this one's over. And here's your winners. Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega, they move on to the semi-finals to face Bianca Belair. And Amber Moon, there you see those knees. There's that big DDT. Someone thought she had it here. Cover just doesn't do it. There's that jawbreaker. And here's your winners. And advancing to the semi-finals, Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega. Two surprises here in the first round matchups. Was not expecting two of the favourites to go out, and now in our next match we have Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Could we go 0-3 for the favourites of this tournament? Obviously there's a rich history within TNA, or not TNA, NXT may I say, of Charlotte Flair and Natalya. The classic feud between the Hearts and the Flairs. Obviously Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler have met at WrestleMania before, where Becky obviously picked up the victory. Here we go, Natalya and Charlotte Flair will start off this third quarterfinal matchup, and into the headlock goes Charlotte Flair. Sends her into the corner. A big move there by Natalya, but Charlotte sort of shook it off. Waist lock. Nice reversal there. Nice bit of chain wrestling by these two women. A beautiful takedown. Again, keeps hold of the waist lock. Natalya just picks her up and shakes her off. Chain wrestling and submission holds learned in the dungeon in Calgary. Dramatic pause, Alberta, Canada. Natalya picks Charlotte to feet and catches her with a vicious jaw. Kick to the midsection there by Charlotte. And a beautiful flip over neck breaker there. Rose heads on and drop that big elbow to the top of the head of Natalya. Kick to the midsection. And a beautiful backbreaker there. Holds on and just drives her over the knee. Again, it's another move we don't see very often nowadays in wrestling. Nice wear down hold. Charlotte circling around, wondering what to do with Natalya. Grabs her by the hair. I'm going to send her into the corner and she'll tag in. The man knows, just rams her head into the post. 10 shots to the top of the head. Natalya there is trying to roll over. Charlotte catches her, can hold her up there and going to fire face first and stomach first into the floor. Rolls over into the Boston Crab. And holds on to that. A beautiful flip over there by Natalya, who tags in Shayna Baszler. He gets a kick to the back of the leg. Beautiful float over DDT. Shayna Baszler is down. Well, Charlotte Flair so far. Not tagged in Becky Lynch yet. She must feel in control of the match. into the ropes. Swing round. A neck breaker there, but stands with it. Doesn't go all the way to the ground. And there's that twisting neck breaker. Charlotte working on the neck of both women here. And drops that knee. That flare knee. And back into that head, so she's going to drive that elbow down. She does. Picks up Shayna Baszler. That running spear. Is that enough to put Baszler away? So what, Charlotte just standing over there, feeling complete control of this match. And Charlotte should be looking maybe that figure 8 or maybe natural selection here. No, she allows Baszler back to her feet and catches Baszler with a big clubbing blow. Baszler sends her into the ropes. That time may have been a mistake, but here comes the tag. You see that double axe angle to the wrist. Talia was so proud of the waist there, we may have seen in German, but Charlotte rolls out and a belly to back suplex by Charlotte. Again, Charlotte not really looking for the tag. Just drops that knee again to the face. Looks like she was heading over towards Becky, but turns back and goes to work on that arm, just wrenching the arm back for a third time. There we go. Here's the figure 4. Natalia's in trouble here. Will we see Flair roll back into the figure 8? We do. There it is with that beautiful crab. That's the figure 8. In gymnastics, when I was a youngster, I was able to do that. Grab into that position, hold it, only for about 5-10 minutes. Nowadays I'll be lucky just to get my legs in the air. A big forearm into the corner. Again, Charlotte Flair. She finally makes the tag to Becky Lynch. Or she'll be looking for the Bexploder. All the disarmer. Tag move in. Charlotte Flair comes straight back in. Dumped on the top rope. We see a double belly back suplex off the top rope. Natalya is in serious trouble here. Oh no, catches Charlotte with a knee. And here comes Becky into those double feet into the corner. Natalya trying to roll over to make it to Shayna Baszler, and Becky lets her. Maybe a mistake, we don't know yet. But a big running kick there by Shayna Baszler. And a high knee. And there's a running kick again. Shayna in control of this match. There's those double stomps. A blow to the leg, and there's another one. Picks her up. Scoops her over the shoulder. Becky rolls out into that reverse Scorpion death drop. Becky Lynch again. Lynch may be looking for that back exploder here. Into a version of the camel clutch with the knee into the back. Referee running into the ropes for no reason. Gotta love the glitches on these old games. Into the corner. That jumping knee by Baszler. See, Baszler will be looking for that sleeper. Obviously Natalya will be looking for the sharpshooter. Becky might be looking for that manhandle slam. That's a version of the Uranagi. There's that back exploder. Shayna rolled into a corner, very smart. Here comes Becky off the ropes. Those running leg drops. And that twisting leg drop the second time round. Picks Shayna Baszler back to her feet. Onto the shoulder, but no. Baszler rolls over, floats over, catches that running kick again. Not seen much in the way of offense by Baszler and Natalia. Just quick strikes here and there. Baszler outset puts Becky onto the top rope. We see a superplex here. Maybe a rolling armbar. Chucks those legs over. Obviously see something here. Up to the top rope. We're going to see a superplex here by Shayna Baszler. Will she roll over from it? No. Because she might have rolled over into like an armbar there. Notice hits that massive superplex. Into the corner again. He's going to place her onto the top rope again. Again, we might see a second superplex here. In and out, just looking at Becky. Again, moves those legs over. Once the midsection, you're going to see a second superplex here. That's the second superplex. And Becky's down. But Shane is down. Picks Becky up. Again. And sends her into that corner again. We see a third superplex here. It looks like we are. Going to place her onto the top rope. This is all taking a lot out of Becky Lynch. There's that chop. The second chop. A beautiful throw from the top rope by Baszler. Switching it up there. But Becky catches her. Machine of a very deep arm drag. Kick. Into the sleeper. A beautiful. What was a fucking arrow? Into the sleeper. Becky's in trouble. Will she roll over maybe? Try and get a pin. Shayna's got her. Picks Becky back to her feet. Becky sends her into the ropes. Goes for a leg lariat, but Shayna blocks it. Sends Becky into the corner. May have been going for a third superplex there. Becky catches her. Into the disarmer. A beautiful reversal into the disarmer. Will Shayna tap here? No, she fags out of it and pushes Becky aside. A big scoop slam by Baszler. Just some cheeky stomps to the face, kicks. Natalia is out on the other side. There's a double leg takedown there by Becky Lynch. She's going to tag in Charlotte Flair. And Shayna Baszler tags in Natalia. A beautiful leg drop. Drop kick to the knees. Goes for a second one but misses. Charlotte now drops her knee. An elbow onto the knee. Both ladies look like they're going for a battle of the leg moves, but Charlotte catches Natalia with a spear into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Natalia. That's in the corner. Charlotte seems like one coming a mile away and sends Natalia into the corner, and there's that big forearm. The kick to the midsection. We're going to see that natural selection. Natural selection, face first into the mat. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Natalia's been eliminated. The forearm there, that's another back elbow on Charlotte Flair. She's dragging Shayna Baszler over to her corner. It's just a matter of time now. Now she tags in Becky Lynch. Who's standing, feels very proud of her accomplishments in this match. Goes for a clothesline but misses wildly. Shayna is out on her feet. Becky catches her with that clothesline. There's the second clothesline. Becky building her in there. There's a leg lariat. Then she could be looking for that back exploder. Here we go. Exploder suplex. Back Shayna back to her feet. Turn the corner. Hooks forearm into the corner. Now could be looking for that disarmer. Yep, floats over into the disarmer. Shayna's quite close to the ropes. And she does get a rope break there. Just in time. As Becky tags in Charlotte. Into the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And here's your winners. Advancing to the semi-finals. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Finally, one of the favourites in this tournament is through to the semi-finals. A great effort there by Natalya and Shayna Baszler. I thought she might have had her there with a sleeper. And it's the disarmer there by Becky Lynch, and that was it. Really, there's that big spear. Again, here's your winners, and advancing to the semi-final, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and they'll face the winners of our final quarter-final match. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Lita and Mickie James. It's time now for our final quarter-final match. As Sasha Banks and Bayley ready to face off here against Lita and Mickie James. See, Mickie James had a fabulous career outside of the WWE banner. Started off at the time in Ring of Honor, also made some appearances in Total Non-Stop Action, TNA, and obviously had a very successful run in WWE before going back to Impact Wrestling and TNA. Later, obviously, has wrestled in ECW and in WWE. Not made any appearances outside, really, of that banner since she joined WWE. He now picks her up. He's got a big powerbomb, release powerbomb onto Bayley. And Lita will be looking for that moonsault. The veteran team of Lita and Mickie James. I wouldn't call it an upset if they beat Bayley and Sasha Banks, especially the way this tournament has gone so far. And an elbow drop down onto the knee by Lita. And a crossbody over the top rope. Almost a version of like a cactus clothesline there by Lita, and both women go flying to the outside. As they fire on the outside each other, goes for that kick but misses. A beautiful deep arm drag there by Lita. It sends Bayley flying back into the ring. Nice to see that there's been no count out so far, and here comes Sasha Banks. Mercedes, see, currently holds 8 titles all around the wrestling business. No titles at this time in Pro Wrestling. She was a Pro Wrestling Women's Champion as well. Looking here to add another title to her very impressive resume. Mercedes, look at that Shining Wizard. Yeah, Shining Wizard. I would say it was almost like a more of an enziguri kick to the back of the head. There's a big knee strike, and Lita's in trouble. She's trying to get over towards where Mickie James. And a tear emote there by Sasha. And a leg pin. We had word from side, but she would be called Mercedes from now on, so that's what we'll do with commentary. We'll call her Mercedes. She's going to give that regal cutter. Beautiful regal cutter there. That's put away many people here in Pro Wrestling. And Lita's been eliminated early by Mercedes Moran. Haley's now send Mickey James headfirst in the back. I did not expect Lita to be eliminated so quickly. Bailey and Mercedes looking to waste no time here and pull away their quarter-final opponents with double knees into the corner. Now back to her feet. Good to see a bank statement here. Although a bank statement, good to see a very quick quarter-final match. Mickey James is in trouble. Mercedes showing to herself. Cover, roll over, one. The cockiness nearly got a beat there. The veteran Mickey James, unfortunately, gets caught with another big move. Sasha drags over to the corner. Even closer, he's tagging into Bailey here. They do have a major advantage here. Mickey James is going to have to make a hell of a comeback. Spin both. That sort of missed the perfect neck snap. Floats over. German suplex landed high and tight on the back of the head and the shoulders. Flows out there, rolls over. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. And a kick to the back there by Bailey. Into a small package. Got a 1, 2, and a kick out by Mickey James. Scoop. James falls over into the Scorpion Death Drop. Come on, Mickey. Let's get fire away some offense. And that's next stop there by Mickey. Falls over the legs. And there's a stomp down onto the stomach and chest area. By Bailey into the cover. And a 2 count now. I feel like Mickey needs to fire back with something a bit more high impact. Well, no, Bailey reverses her into the corner. And send her flying into the other side. Into cover. 1, 2, and James kicks out at 2. A kick to the spine. Shot to the back of the head. Drags her elbow down, and her shoulder down. And stomp on that elbow. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by James. Goes for that knee but misses. Mickey James rolls over. Let's get caught with that running lariat. Again, we'll work over that shoulder to drag him to the mat. Actually, that's a pinning predicament there, ref. And it's another blow to the shoulders. Bring it over, you can see it again. That's the elbow and the shoulder of Mickey James. There we go, let's see that regal cutter. There it is. Let's put so many people away. But no, Mickey James there catches her with a leg sweep. And gets then face first into the mat. Mickey now with a kick to the midsection. She's waiting for Mercedes to get back to her feet. You can see that big jumping DDT. Big jumping tornado DDT into the cover. And a 2 count there. And a drop kick there by Mickie James. Mickie sends. So to outside, we're going to see a dive here by Mickie James. Oh, we see a drop kick, a missile drop kick on the inside to the outside by Mickie James, and a Russian leg sweep. I did mention we've not seen any countouts or anything so far. This might be a smart move here by Mickie James. It's not what we want here in Promise Pro Wrestling, but in this case, it's a smart move. You're down 2-1. But Charlotte, Mercedes catches a Russian leg sweep with a 7 count. Mercedes throws James back in. Straight into the cover. And a kick out of 2. Mercedes full of herself here. She feels like she's in complete control. Mickie James, but Mickie James is giving her all here. She's held on for a lot longer. But now, Sasha waiting for James to get back to her feet. You see the bank statement, floats over, and straight into it, but James is close to the ropes. Again, she's going to just track her aside and pin her. Yes, to the submission hold, but those double knees to the back can cause a lot of damage. 3, and again, that's what done it. And here's your winners, advancing to the semi-finals to face Becky Lynch and Charlotte, Mercedes, Miron, and Bayley. What a great effort there by Mickie James to try and make a comeback, but it just wasn't enough. It was just 2-on-1 for the entire length of this match. Lita, unfortunately, was eliminated very early on in this one. And now we have our final semi-finalists. As we head now into the semi-finals and finals, we'll take a look at the bracket here. Then our first semi-final is Bianca Belair and Amber Moon versus Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega. And second semi-final, Mercedes and Bayley versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. What I need to do here is just double check we're on elimination tag. There we have it. We'll do the same here. So let's get straight into our first semi-final matchup. I'd like to thank anybody who's viewing here. So this is a Battle 1 TV live special to crown the first women's tag team champions. And obviously, if you'd like to see more live Promise Pro Wrestling videos, just let me know, and I will try and get them done. And here we have it. Let's get straight into it. Belair and Bliss will start this one off, and a shoulder tackle there by the EST. Let's Bliss up to her feet. Again, up high, and face first down and chest first. And I thought we were going to see that vertical suplex used so well against Kairi Sane. Nope. Bliss goes like she was going for form, but misses, and Belair again just runs over Bliss. And there's that pendulum backbreaker. The power of Bianca Belair on complete show here against Bliss and Vega. Bliss and Vega needs to use some high flying tactics. Use their speed. Again, there's a shoulder tackle into the corner by Belair, and there's a knee to the chest area. I know. Double underhook. Chicken wing those arms and send a face first down. Hold on. Just hold on to that chicken wing. Didn't really throw it down face first. Just sort of released it. Bliss back to her feet. In the hard into the ropes, and there's a shoulder tackle into the corner. Now just choking away. And Alexa Bliss. Allow in control. Bliss just trying to push her off here. And Bianca just catches it in the front chantry. Sends it more into the middle of those, but Bliss fires back with an elbow. Retaliates to a backbreaker again now. Holds her over, pushes her down, and holds on to that. Beautiful move there by Bliss. Looks to make the tag to Vega. Let's see if Vega can do a little bit better up against Belair. Belair was just using all the power against Bliss. Picks her up into the powerbomb, but no, throws her over. Bush is going to hit her head on that bottom turnbuckle there. In the power of Belair. Not even a 1 count there. Not nearly enough done to Zelina Vega. About the shoulders. With her finishing move. Again though, I don't know if that's enough to put Vega away. Shoots the half. Referee way out of position. And a kick out of 2. Obviously, all women have already wrestled 1 match tonight. Well, that looks like she's going to make a tag there into Amber Moon. And almost a running Liger bomb there by Vega. Powered up by Bianca Belair. It's a great show of power by Vega there. Saying to Belair, you can't see me. A 5-knuckle shuffle. Didn't really think I'd see that from Vega, but goes straight into the cover. And kicks out of 2. That may have been enough to put Belair away there. But Belair now fires back, blows to the stomach. See that? First of Alabas. No. Again that kryptonite crunch. Over to the knee. Will stop any sort of momentum. Zelina Vega. And Alexa Bliss is going to power up here again. It's a great show of power by Belair. Even though Vega may be just 100 pounds soaking wet, that's still a tremendous power to pick up from a deadlift position. Vega now turn the ball over to tag in Bliss. She does. Maybe a mistake by Belair. She's not tagged in Amber Moon in this match. Bliss catches her, but again Belair just fires straight back. Here's that kick. Dragging Bliss into the center of the ring, into the cover. Okay, out of 2, Bliss kicks out there. And here comes Amber Moon. Finally into this matchup. But referee sent her straight back out because there was no tag made by Belair. And knee tremor to the side of the face of Bliss. Belair sends her flying over the top rope. As the referee starts to count. 4 massive blows there by Belair. Oh, but Belair's back is hurting there. We're getting another forearm. And it's a beautiful backbreaker there. Referee's up to 7. Hayes. Palermo can't get herself counted out here. Palermo's got herself accidentally counted out there. That was a mistake by Bianca Belair. She threw Bliss back into the ring. What a mistake. Into the cover, quickly by Moon. And a 2 count. Moon now does have plenty of energy here. Standing on that second rope, may want to look to put Bliss away here. Then, trying to get the crowd behind her, but Bliss is baiting back to her feet. And catches Moon with a hurricanrana. As Bliss tags in Zelina Vega. Was actually tries to grab Bliss there, but caught him in the knee. And a few there. By Zelina Vega. 1. Vega nearly put Moon away there. Moon was too distracted by Alexa Bliss. A beautiful drop toe hold there by Zelina Vega. Sits down on the leg. Another elbow drop down onto the leg. We see a third one. We do. I was actually going for a 4th, but Amber Moon was having none of that. Over the shoulders. Stun gun. Handspring clothesline. Oh, Moon was going to the top rope, maybe looking for the eclipse there, but Bliss blocks that off. Big scoop. Oh, a big move like Bliss. But again, Bliss is going over. It's going to stop it and sends Moon down to the ground. Moon needs to go to a different corner. Into the cover. Still 1 count. Amber Moon needs to go to a different corner here. Bliss is blocking off that. She knows the eclipse is coming. Great tag team wrestling. The key crusher. It's a big move there by Amber Moon. Very smart now. She's gone to the other corner. She's telling Zelina Vega to get to her feet. We'll see the eclipse here. We do the eclipse. Top rope twisting stunner. Drags her into the center of the ring. But Bliss breaks it up. That's the advantage. Into one of Doomsday Saito. By Amber Moon. Cover her, Amber. Pick up. Big suplex. Cover her. She does. 1, 2, 3. And Zelina Vega has been eliminated. We're down to Alexa Bliss versus Amber Moon. It's the first match of this tournament where it's gone down to a 1-on-1 contest. Moon sends Bliss straight back into the ring. This was called that Doomsday Saito. Sends Moon into the corner. A big catcher, a big forearm. Get to the back. There's those knees. Somersault knees. Oh. Now she's going to look for that DDT. Here we have it. DDT. Floater straight into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And here's your winners, Alexa Bliss and Selena Vega. The underdog story is still going. Alexa Bliss kept her team in that quite a bit by blocking off Amber Moon going for the Eclipse, but in the end Amber Moon did manage to put away Selena Vega with the Eclipse. You see that handspin clothesline into the corner. And here we see the Eclipse. Unfortunately, that was not enough. And here's your winners advancing to the final. Selena Vega and Alexa Bliss. And they'll face the winners of our next match, Bayley and Mercedes versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. It's second semi-final time. Let's get straight into this. Can the team of Bayley and Mercedes beat Charlotte and Becky Lynch? They have been tag partners last week here in Promise Pro Wrestling in a losing effort against Tony Storm, Io Shirai, Oscar and Kairi Sane. So these two teams will face off here. The winners facing Selena Vega and Alexa Bliss in the tournament final. And here we go, Bayley and Charlotte. So into the ropes goes Bayley. You see a clean break here. We do, quite surprising here. Clean break. And now Bayley brings Charlotte into the corner. Referee will get in between again. We'll see a clean break here. We do. Clean break by both teams. Bayley there with a snapmare takeover. Sends Charlotte into the corner. Goes for a clothesline over the top rope, but unfortunately back dropped over the top rope. And Becky and Bayley hit hard there. Plenty of forearms there by Bayley. A kick mix and a dragon screw leg whip, a la the Great Muda by Bayley. Sitting into that guardrail. Those guardrails look a lot like the old Ring of Honor guardrails. Any longer time wrestling fans, those old Ring of Honor guardrails just cut up people so badly. But they are fun to bang on if you're sat ringside. I did have the privilege of that a number of times. Ring of Honor, a beautiful snap suplex there by Bayley, and a beautiful, more of a Frankensteiner by Bayley. Drag Charlotte more into the centre of the ring. Again, it's going to drag over towards Mercedes. Make the tag. Here we go. Charlotte and Mercedes traded the WWE, I don't know if it was still the Divas title at that time, multiple times. Then there's a drop kick to the back of the neck. Mercedes in complete control now. Charlotte Flair. The big stomp to the elbow. Into the corner goes Charlotte, and there's those double knees. That run back. A beautiful reversal there by Charlotte Flair. So that break up, beautiful. Again, that standing one just drags her onto the back of her own shoulder blades. Becky now sends Mercedes over, and Mercedes now on the outside. And the referee will start his count again. Now nice reversal. Spin kick to the stomach. And a big European uppercut. By the man. And again, there's another European uppercut. Sends Mercedes back into the ring. Becky fires straight back in. Mercedes trying to crawl over towards Bailey, but doesn't quite make it, cut off. It's almost a version of a triangle choke. Maybe twist the other way around. Of an armbar move, but no. Mercedes is back out of it quickly. Grabs Becky back to her feet. Sends the man into the corner. And there's those double knees into the chest. But there by Mercedes, kicked the mix. We see that Regal cutter. That Regal cutter, will she fly over straight into the pin? We do. We see it. 1, 2, and a kick out there by Bailey. Mercedes points for Wrestling Women's Channel vein. That Regal cutter was vital for her retaining the title on multiple occasions. Mostly going for the bank statement there, but too close to the ropes. I go for an attack there, but no. Becky fires back with a exploder suplex. The exploder suplex made famous by Yuji Nagata and Yuna Kayama. And that's just a 2 count there. And a kick to the back. Maybe looking for that disarmer. There we go, floats over it. Floats over the arm, working on the wrist. Might want to manipulate that wrist and fingers a bit more, also at the same time as working over the shoulder. There's a single arm DDT. Mercedes now down on the floor. Hey, working on that arm. Maybe looking again to use that disarmer, and there's a big knee drop. Takes Mercedes back up to her feet. On Chantry, but no. Gonna send her into a corner, maybe tag back in Charlotte. No, but Mercedes blocks that one. Float over a beautiful belly to back suplex. Clothesline. Clothesline. Leg lariat. Like a single leg drop kick there. Mercedes, and the roll, drag Becky over a bit into the headset is going to drop those elbows down. Oh, just the one elbow right to the top of the head of Becky Lynch. Again, like I mentioned before, using that Regal cutter to advantage. Into the cover, 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Anytime an opponents are wrestling Ironman matches, title defenses, anytime got into trouble, went straight back to that Regal cutter, float over again into a belly to back suplex. But too close to ropes, and here comes Charlotte. A clothesline. And a back elbow there. It's a really a clubbing clothesline. Not really a Steiner line. Or a lariat, it's like a clubbing clothesline. There's that spear. Not much distance between that spear, but very, very effective into the cover. And Bailey breaks that one off. You know, there's not much distance in running. Still plenty of impact. Mercedes is in trouble. She needs to make the tag to Bailey, but Charlotte stops that quite quickly. Pull over the leg snap. So into the figure 4. Into the figure 8. But no. Mercedes blocks that straight away. But caught in the figure four as soon as the neck bridge, crab bridge connected. Mercedes driver looks like she's going for explode herself, but small package. And a kick out. A roll up there. Beautiful move by Mercedes. Caught. Charlotte's unaware. Finally we see Bailey up to the top rope. See her hurricane her into a bob. Beautiful tag team move. Bailey needs to look to put Charlotte away here. Who drops the elbow. Kick to the elbow as well. Maybe look to use that Bailey to Bailey suplex. Oh no, Charlotte goes for a kick and a lovely takedown into a single leg Boston Crab. Hello Land Storm. Although Charlotte's quite close to the ropes, but no, just kicks Bailey off. The referee didn't break the hold. Just that waist lock. And Bailey was feeling that German suplex was coming. And catches Charlotte before you drop the hips. Deep arm drag and a thunderous flare style chop. And send her over. Beautiful catapult suplex. I'd like to say hello Van Hammer from WCW, but Van Hammer was an awful wrestler. And there's that short distance spear. See, natural selection here. Natural selection. Cover. 1, 2, and Bailey kicks out at 2. We're there with the Fargo strut. Clothesline, another clothesline. It's a pushing clothesline. A jumping clothesline there by Charlotte. In control of Bailey. But no, that stops it. She starts looking. Mercedes and catches over that spear. A short distance spear again. Bailey is hurting here. Stomp to the knee and a knee drop. Straight to the nose of Bailey. And it's the second one. Here's the third. Goes back to the knee. Picks up Bailey. Sends her hard into the corner. That's a big running forearm. Again, back to her feet. We're going to look for that natural selection again. Natural selection. That could be all here. I might see the elimination of Bailey here. Cover. Becky's in. Mercedes just gets there in time. But gets caught of a captured suplex by Becky. Mercedes rolls to the outside. A beautiful block there by Bailey and catches her fist. Sends Charlotte into the corner. Create a bit of distance. A suplex into the corner. That lands Charlotte round the back of her neck. Into the cover. And Becky breaks that one up. Bailey hit the ref there. She wasn't going for the ref, but he ran in the way as she was looking to take out Becky. Bailey now waiting for Charlotte to get to her feet. There's that double under. There's that Bailey to Bailey suplex. Cover. And Becky breaks that up. At 2. She catches Becky coming in. That's a stunner onto the ropes. As Becky goes to the outside. Come on, Bailey. It's time now to put Charlotte away. Stop focusing on Becky Lynch and put Charlotte away. She's the person in the ring. She is the legal person in the match. But Bailey's just focused on Becky Lynch. Charlotte sends her flying over the top rope and rolls straight out after her. Referee starts out, that's a slap. Oh no, there's that knee breaker. We've seen her father Ric Flair used many times. What will lead to nothing here. Charlotte telling Bailey off, I'm the legal person in the match, focus on me. Multiple knees to the chest of Bailey. Bailey now sent straight in. Charlotte rolls in. But Bailey makes the tag. To Mercedes, who catches her with a clothesline. Goes that drop kick, but Charlotte boxed off on a big thunderous chop. Drop kick again, blocked by Charlotte. And there's that short distance spear. What a great sequence there. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Mercedes has been eliminated. So it's down to Bailey versus Charlotte versus Becky. And a big scoop slam into the apron there by Bailey. Again, will Bailey look maybe for a count out here? Just leave herself and Becky Lynch in this match. Again, a big clubbing blow there by Bailey. A snap suplex. Referee is just up to 4. Up to 5 now. Bailey sends Charlotte back into the ring. No, Bailey's not that time. She made a mistake there. Again. The second mistake of this match by Bailey. And here comes Becky Lynch. Catching that big jumping move there. And there's that leg lariat. Picks Becky up to Becky picks Bailey up. Looks at that back exploder. Too close to the ropes maybe. Has to drag her out. Hammerlock. Beautiful hammerlock slam there. And working on that disarm, ready for that disarmer. Into the cover here. 1, 2, 3. And that is quick and done. And here's your winners advancing to the finals. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. They will meet Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega in the finals. Crown our first tag team champions.
Here are your winners, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
So it's finals time here. To crown the first Battle Angels tag team champions. What we gotta do, gotta make sure it's elimination style. And it's time for the tournament final to crown the new champions. A surprise team of Zelina Vega and Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Who can win this one? Zelina Vega using a John Cena-esque moveset, and Alexa Bliss with that thunderous DDT. Gonna have to go all out here to beat the team of Becky Lynch and Charlotte, who in my opinion are the favourites now to win this tournament. I did have the Kabuki Warriors, but they were eliminated in the first round. Oh, beautiful all over that, and again, almost like an STO. By Charlotte. Kick to the midsection. And again, roll over, float over. Neckbreaker. Was all Charlotte Flair quickly on in this. Trying to maybe put a Bliss away early. Goes that big move, but Bliss moves out of the way. I'm just trying to say, you're not going to have it all out your own way, but then it's just thrown aside by Charlotte. Hard into the corner. And here's a tag early. And a beautiful arm drag and a double kick up. And into that Mr. Perfect neck snap. Alexa Bliss just throws Becky off and sends her into her corner. And just breaks her face and tag in Zelina Vega. Here comes Zelina. There's that single arm DDT. DDT in the armor. Beautiful kip up. Oh, Corona there by Vega. Goes into a big move into the corner, but Becky moves out of the way. Snapmare takeover. And a kick to the spine. Tags in Charlotte Flair now. Getting us that kip up into the Corona. By Zelina Vega. Drops that kick down. Into the face. Again now working over the shoulder. And a beautiful move into the corner. That's a version of the camel clutch there, that knee into the back. Charlotte just bullying her opponents at the moment. Here comes Becky. Both feet up, head first. Goes Zelina Vega. Vega's trying to roll over to tag in Alexa Bliss. A flip over there. And a beautiful Inseguri. By Zelina Vega. She's got plenty of nice little counters here. Drops that elbow. Zelina Vega almost counter-striking here. Beautiful drop toe hold. Picks Becky straight back up. But Becky with a very deep arm drag. A bigger suplex. As Lynch. Becky finding a way in this tournament with many different Taz-style suplexes. And into the corner goes Zelina Vega again, stops the momentum quickly. Sends Becky all the way around, got a pick up. We see her fire her down, face first. So as Vega didn't look for something like a poison Rana there. Expected back to her feet, but no, Becky catches it and catches her beautiful. Dragon screw leg whip and catches her with that exploder. Becky now waiting for Zelina to get to her feet. Go see that disarmer. No, block there. As Zelina Vega again catches her with that shoulder tackle. Zelina Vega's come up with some great counters so far in this match, but Becky now fires with a European uppercut. Fires back by Zelina Vega. Blocked by Becky. Double underhook. Before double underhook suplex. Well, hammerlock suplex really. Here comes the tag. Into those double knees. Zelina again. Just catches Charlotte. And fire her into her corner. The team of Alexa Bliss. Zelina Vega needs to build some momentum here though. A big back body drop. So far in this final match, They've been counter-striking as much as they can, but it's really all been Becky and Charlotte. That boot to the chin is not really effective, but it's very insulting. There's a jawbreaker there by Charlotte Flair, and a clothesline there by Charlotte. Sends Alexa Bliss down. There's that short distance spear, which used great effect in the semi-finals. Just a 1 count there on Alexa Bliss. Into the figure 4. Here we go. Figure 4. We see gonna bridge over. Hold on to that figure 4. Here she goes. Gonna crab over. Great strength into the figure 8. Alexa Bliss is in trouble. She's in the center of the ring. Well, no, she's moving those legs over. And Alexa Bliss fires out of it just in time. Again, Charlotte's just too experienced here in title matches. Anytime I feel like Bliss and Vega get a little bit of momentum, she just stops them off straight away. And that neckbreaker's hit hard. Again, looks like Alexa Bliss was trying to crawl over to tag in Zelina Vega. Charlotte in control. Becky's telling Charlotte just to finish her. Into the cover. 1. Still 1 count there. Still plenty of fight left. In Alexa Bliss here. Charlotte in. No, she's in control. Goes for that big kick, but misses. A good clubbing blow to the back by Alexa Bliss. Into the ropes. There's that. Knee strike to the stomach. The neck right there, just twisting on the jaw and the neck. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega need to fire with some more heavy impact moves. Bliss tags in Zelina Vega. Again, just that stomp to the jaw. It's not going to cause a lot of damage to Charlotte, but it's very insulting. And Vega now is throwing her hands up again, using the John Cena moveset for some reason. Okay, gonna fire up from that deadlift position. This is great power by Zelina Vega. Look at those abs, and like I say, almost a version of a Dr. Bomb there, but it wasn't. Just a gut wrench suplex, or more of a gut wrench power bomb. Here we go, 5 knuckle shuffle for some reason by Zelina Vega. It lands right on the forehead of Charlotte Flair. She's waiting for her feet. Could we see the FU? Right through. Charlotte's down. And Becky breaks it up at 1. I said that Zelina Vega. Alexa Bliss needs to fire with some heavy artillery. That's what they're doing here, but Charlotte again. It's too much, just sends Zelina Vega over the top rope and tags in Becky Lynch. And with that little bit of momentum, and a belly-to-belly suplex by Zelina Vega. And multiple stomps, and then a stomp to the shoulder and elbow area. Gut wrench, bomb. I'm going to call it a gut wrench suplex. Sends Becky in again. Becky moved out of the way before Zelina Vega could fire another move on a snapmare takeover. Stop momentum and a drop kick to the back of the head by Becky Lynch. And a beautiful Lucha Libre sort of arm drop there by Zelina Vega. And a big clubbing blow. A big move into the corner. Zelina Vega with her Puerto Rican heritage. And here comes Charlotte Flair. We all know about her heritage. There with the Fargo strut. Into a big powerbomb. Sit out Liger bomb. By Selena Vega. Picks up Charlotte. Goes for that drop kick but missed. Oh, that is a stun gun. Momentum is stopped by and there's that short distance spear. That could be all. But no, Charlotte doesn't go for the pin, and there's a jawbreaker by Selena Vega. They're running to that Liger bomb again. Running Liger bomb. May have wanted to hold on to that. Now Charlotte with a dragon screw leg whip. Both women trading big moves. Oh, here comes Alexa Bliss. Okay. Well, no, Charlotte blocks off with that backbreaker and hold her over the knee there, just pushing back. Stops the momentum. That knee into the back, so the camel clutch. And a beautiful drop kick there by Alexa Bliss. Charlotte now looking to the tag, and Selena Vega is out on the outside. Kicks the midsection to that DDT, but no, Charlotte breaks out of it. And there's that spear. A little bit more distance between it. Real impact. And Charlotte waiting. Could see natural selection here. Natural selection. One, two, three. Oh, two. I almost said three there, but no. Alexa Bliss kicked out at two. Goes to another, maybe another natural selection. Alexa Bliss again. Just stopped off before any momentum. And fired over the top rope by Charlotte, who's now angry. A beautiful stiff chop and sends Alexa Bliss into the commentator's table. And Charlotte now goes for an arm wringer. Bliss gets her with that move again. I'm not sure if it's the forearm or not. And a chop receipt there by Alexa Bliss. We're up to 7 here. In goes Alexa Bliss straight after Charlotte Flair. Sent into the corner again. Bliss missed that move into the corner. Charlotte now over the shoulder. Into a backpack stunner. Beautiful backpack stunner. And with that leg sweep, leg flip over, maybe looking at that figure 8. Kick the midsection, natural selection again. I think this is going to be all for Bliss. Bliss hit hard. Charlotte now into the cover. 1. And Vega breaks it up. Mr. Noku driver there by Selena Vega. Let's see that leg sweep, yeah. That sweep. On Bliss. But Charlotte blocks her. Every time Alexa Bliss has got a little bit of momentum, Charlotte blocks it off, but now Bliss blocks that one off again. And sweep the legs here. She does. Going to the top rope. Can we see Twisted Bliss here? Twisted Bliss. But Charlotte's back up. A miss. Oh, that drop kick missed. Oh, just a quick pin there by Charlotte was really smart. But Bliss managed to kick out. Charlotte with the nip up before Bliss could hit Twisted Bliss. But now Charlotte missed into the corner. Again, too much momentum on the side. Oh, it's a running chop to the face of Alexa Bliss. Short distance spear. Mid scoop onto the shoulders. And drops the neck first. I see natural selection again. Maybe more over into her corner. I don't think Bliss has got a lot more left. Here's the cover. One. Oh, a beautiful move there by Selena Vega. Saw the referee, but gets caught with a German suplex. The referee is down. Didn't think she could get across to take out, to stop the count, so she just took out the referee. But Charlotte's going to the top rope. Charlotte does have a very pretty moonsault. Moonsault! Tags in Becky Lynch. Exploder, no! Small package. One. And a kick out of two. Hammerlock. Slam. That wasn't enough to put Bailey away. But no, Alexa Bliss tried to get back to her feet, but stopped. Multiple clotheslines by Becky, and that's a single leg drop kick. Picks Alexa Bliss to her feet. Gonna see that back exploder again. Back exploder. Poor Alexa Bliss has taken so much punishment in this match. Multiple exploders, multiple national selections, and she's still fighting. Tag in, here comes Charlotte. Placed onto the top rope. We're going to see that double belly back suplex. Belly back suplex. Alexa Bliss again with the Fargo strut by Charlotte Flair. Let's face it, Ric Flair did not invent the strut. It's quite well recognised it was Jackie Fargo who created the strut. Again, multiple blocks, and there's a thunderous chop, and there's that short distance spear. A knee to the head. Into the head scissors, and an elbow. Alexa Bliss back to her feet. Alexa Bliss has been in this match a long time. Here comes natural selection again. Boom, natural selection. Bliss is out. One. Alexa Bliss has been eliminated. Alas, Selena Vega tried to get there, but just couldn't make it in time. Beautiful hook corner there by Selena Vega. Signaling for the 5-knuckle shuffle. She may want to put Charlotte away reasonably quickly here. If she can. It's a 5-knuckle shuffle. Into the cover. And just that 2 count. So close to the 3. Picks Charlotte straight back up. Sends her into the corner. Place her on the top rope. Oh, we see here, she's dragging her feet over. We're going to see a top rope. Over on top of a beautiful hurricane a counter there by Charlotte. A beautiful counter. Into natural selection. And that's it. This is over. 1, 2, 3. And here's your winners. And the first ever Battle Angels Tag Team Champions. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. I'd like to thank you from everybody here at Promise Pro Wrestling and Dave Polar Bear Gaming and Wrestling for joining me here for this special Battle 1 TV. I'll be back on my channel tomorrow with some F1 and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. Again, thank you for watching and goodbye.